loaded 2026 draft. So we have all the experts with you today. We have Brian Windhorst. We have Tom Sharania. We have Amon Shumpert. We have Kendrick Perkins.
Yes,
Big Perk, you were drafted, 23 years ago. What are these guys going through right now?
I mean, listen, this is about to be the best day of a lot of these young men's lives. Their lives about to change forever because I know me being drafted in 2003, it changed my life. You know, you get to thinking about the sacrificing that your parents made. You think about the hours that you put in into your craft, being in the gym, AAU tournaments. I think about the first time that I ever left my house because my grandparents couldn't afford to travel with me through in AAU basketball. My grandmother sent me to Las Vegas as a 7th grader with $20 in rolls of pennies. You start to reflect and think back on these moments, and when you hear your name called and all of a sudden you join that community and being drafted into the NBA brotherhood and your life it changes forever.
And it was an epic draft, as you can see. You were drafted right out of high school. Now, some people had really interesting draft nights. I mean, some people get really nervous. Some people fall asleep at a local taco stand. Isn't that what happened to you, Shum?
Yeah, it's honestly everything that Perk was saying. You start thinking of all those different emotions. You start thinking of all the long drives. I started thinking about, I learned how to drive because my dad was too tired driving back from Wisconsin back to Chicago. He's like falling asleep, so he's like, you're going to have to just learn today. And knowing that a lot of that stuff that have a lot of the traveling, you're never going to leave your city if you didn't have basketball. My mom took trips. My brothers took trips. People spent money on me to get shoes. They spent money to make sure I got a membership to go to this gym and that gym. And all those things rush to you at once when you hear your name called. And yes, I did pass out, but I woke up to my mom hugging me, so it was all good.
You know one moment that stands out to me the most?
Yeah.
VJ Edgecombe last year. When he got drafted and the emotions that he showed, the way that he was crying, and he was talking about how they lived off a generator. He was crying so much, I started crying. I almost drowned myself. But that's what it's all about, for real.
And then look what he did his rookie season, too, and the most he made of that. Just such a special year with the Sixers. All right, we're going to talk about these guys tonight, right? As we see these dreams come true, we're going to take a look at the projected top 4 picks. So for the first time since 2010, we know that Washington has the first pick overall. They are followed by the Utah Jazz, then the Memphis Grizzlies, then the Chicago Bulls. Our draft expert, Jeremy Wu, has just been releasing mocks all over the place. This is the very latest one. He has A.J. DeBonsa going number 1, who led the nation in scoring, 3rd most points by a freshman in D1 history, looking to become the first scoring leader picked first overall since Glenn Robinson back in '94. At 2, Darren Peterson, averaging 20 a game, most by a freshman in Kansas's illustrious history, seeking to become the 5th Kansas player picked top 3 in school history. At 3, projected Cam Boozer, 2nd freshman in ACC history to average 20 and 10 per game, scored an ACC best 855 points this season, 3rd most in Duke history, on his way to the Wooden Award. And at number 4, Caleb Wilson, highest scoring season, 2nd best rebounding year for a freshman in Carolina history, looks to become the first top 5 Tar Heels pick since 2005. All right, Wendy, which team has the most at stake tonight?
The team right out of the gate, the Washington Wizards. They have got a gigantic decision for their franchise. This is a powerful draft. There is probably MVPs going to come out across that stage in a couple of hours. The difference between getting the first pick right and getting the first pick wrong could be the difference in how this team's future and ceiling goes for the next decade. They've been sitting with the decision now for a couple of weeks. They have not let their hand be shown, and the process that they went through is vital to get right. It was as big of the stakes as we have had in recent memory at the number 1 pick.
It's all about what you value. What are you hearing, Shams, about that number 1 pick?
The league-wide belief that I garner is that the Wizards are locking in on A.J. DeBonsa with that number 1 overall overall pick. And Michael Winger, Will Dawkins, the Wizards executives, they've done research on Cam Boozer, on Darren Peterson, obviously, at that number 1 slot. They're going to do their due diligence, but when you look at A.J. Debonsa at the wings, they look at him as a natural fit next to Trae Young, who just got a massive $212 million max contract. They got Anthony Davis, AD, in the middle, and so a natural wing for them is what they're targeting and looking at here as we inch closer and closer to pick
I mean,
number
if you're
1.
looking at fit, maybe with the young contract, maybe Peterson isn't the best. But who would you like to see go number 1 overall?
I would like to see Darren Peterson, but A.J. Debonsa is the guy that they need to take, to be honest with you. And one, he has the confidence. And the one thing that you could never question about him is his motor. Yes, he passed the eye test for us, his measurables, but every single night, he's going to bring it.
Yep.
And I love a player that have confidence because, as Wendy was just saying, this is the Wizards' golden opportunity to get it right. They have been the Sacramento Kings of the Eastern Conference, if you want to keep it real. And so when I look at A.J. Debonsa and I'm looking at what he could bring to the table, my best friend was the assistant coach at Arizona. He said, Perk, we played Darian Peterson and A.J. Debonsa. When we scouted for Darian Peterson, we was like, oh, okay. A.J. Debonsa kept us up all night in the scout report. We got to the point where we was like, he go get his, we just got to shut off everybody else.
Yeah, when I look at him, his tools that he brings to a team, especially if you're the Washington right now, you have holes in your roster. He fills holes. He gets in past the lanes. He defends on the breakaway. He gets back every time. When he starts talking about that motor, he means every bit of it. This kid wants to get up, wants to work out, do his pregame workout hard. Afterwards, he's trying to study film. I watched a couple of these games where defensively he had to switch on to somebody because he said, you know what, you're doing a little bit too much for me. So he switched on to him. That competitor's mentality is going to work and translate if he goes to Washington.
Big Perk, you mentioned that Arizona game. We saw Peterson pull himself out of some games. We saw him miss 11 games. But you did say before you thought Debonsa was the best guy for the Wizards that overall you would take Peterson number 1.
I mean, I still believe offensively he's the most talented and most NBA ready. But I know there's question marks there because of what happened in Kansas. But I will say this. That young man, despite what happened in Kansas, I watched him in high school. High school, every single guy that they put in front of him, he demoralized them. Sometimes college is not for everybody. The goal for him has always to be to get to the NBA. So I don't want that to be a narrative set around him because that young man has a competitive spirit. Yeah. And last but not least, we get put in position as young players, up and coming, that's about to up and coming prospects, to go out there and play basketball. We hire a team of people around us to help us make decisions. And going forward, I just hope that his team has learned from his stint in Kansas that they're going to do better by him so his decision making could be better, so the light could shine better on this young man.
Without a doubt.
One thing to note here, Darren Peterson only visited formally with the Washington Wizards, but he did speak to the Utah Jazz over the weekend and let them know, listen, I want to go number 1, but I'd be excited if I go to you guys at 1 or 2. So that's his mindset tonight. But A.J. Debonsa at number 1, I think when I talk to teams in that top 4, that's what they're looking at.
We got Boozer. We got Wilson. We got potentially 4 number 1s. I mean, this draft is gorgeous.
We got smoke.
We do. And we got a couple